Okay, we have a few cards left over for the second part of the reading. So Leos, the overall energy here, waiting and waiting and waiting for something to come to fruition. It's this bush is budded, it hasn't blossomed, it hasn't bared fruit. So you are getting bored. That staff there is holding you up now. It's like, oh man, can I even stand another day? So you're getting worn out from waiting for security, stability, groundedness, possibly an offer to come through, a commitment, because Pentacles, that's what Pentacles are about. So up here in your highest energy is the Six of Cups. This is a soulmate card. You might have known someone from previous years with this card, like from college or before, even as babies, and reconnected later in life. But this is a very sincere offer. There's a flower in the cup. It's sweet. So this energy, you're waiting for a soulmate you may have reconnected with in this life. You've definitely known them in another life because they're a soulmate. And but you're waiting for something to happen here. I have an offer though. So I just feel like I think this offer came from the other person and you're just not grasping at it. Maybe you did know them before in this life. And maybe you just know them so well that you're hesitant on taking this offer. Now this can be an apology, and so can this both be an apology that you're not accepting from someone. Really thinking about it, you're not reaching for that cup. Okay, you're looking at these other cups. You're like, oh, there's more fish in the sea here. And also this Four of Cups is right next to the Six of Pentacles. They have breadcrumbed you somehow. They've thrown your scales off balance. Maybe they disappeared on you and then showed back up with an apology and you're pretty bitter about it. And you're like, I waited and waited and waited. And it took you 6 years to come back, 4 years to come back. So I feel like you felt breadcrumbed. And they really threw your scales off balance. I have the Emperor right under the Six of Cups. This is the card for Aries. And it's right next to the overall energy of the Seven of Pentacles, all that waiting. The Emperor, the energy is what's most important. And the energy of this person is stubborn, fixed-minded. They don't... It's like once they make up their mind, it's really hard to compromise with them. They see things their way a lot. They like to rule. They can be controlling sometimes. They can be narcissistic sometimes with this card. But they're very well liked and respected by others. But it's the ones that are closest to them that see this other side of them. They may be a leader in their profession, whatever they do. So they could be involved in the courts as the emperor, or they could just be a owner or manager of a company or in control of some people. That's what they like to do. They could be a police officer. They could be something to do with that. Somewhere where they have some authority over other people. Now, this is the person that you're not sure about. This is the person that you have waited on to come back. And it's like when they finally do, or they come back with an apology, if that's what you were waiting for, you're already past it. You're already past that point. So I don't know if you're moving on with them. I do have the Six of Swords next to the Seven of Pentacles and under the Six of Pentacles. The Seven of Swords is about moving forward with all these swords of truth and clarity. So maybe there's a lot of discussions that need to take place. Maybe there's a lot of conversation, moving away from rocky waters and moving towards smoother, calmer waters, a much more peaceful place. But it is a slow go. This boat's being pushed with a pole. So yeah, they can't just jump in there, offer an apology, expect you to just forgive them and forget anything ever happened. That's not going to happen here. If you're going to be moving forward with them, you need answers. And you will get answers. And it's like the more answers you get, this is how I'm feeling, the further you can advance towards that more peaceful and calm place. You probably still have feelings for this person, but you don't want to subject yourself to how you know they can be or have been. I have the High Priestess under the Emperor. This is the card of intuition in the tarot deck and knowing. So what this card says, and this is like advice, is pull back that pomegranate curtain and pay attention to what yourself is telling you. Listen to your intuitions. Let your heart, your gut, your head all come together, and whatever you're telling yourself, pay attention and go with it. And this is going to help you make the right decisions in moving forward, whether it's going to be with them or without them. And part of this is asking the questions, okay? Why did you breadcrumb me? Why did you why do you need to apologize to me? Whatever happened there, where have you been? I have waited so long for this apology. I think it's an apology to come in that you're over it by the time they come in. So, there's no picking up where you left off. Not in this reading. So, this is a general reading. It won't resonate with everybody. So you can, parts of it might, or you can get a general reading. A private reading from someone you trust. You can check your moon sign. There's a lot of options here for you. I have the Justice card right next to the High Priestess under the Seven of Pentacles. This is the card for Libra. So Libra could be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But you've become balanced. Like I said, you're over it. Your sword is up in self-protection. Your scales are rebalanced from them, breadcrumbing you and throwing you off balance. You are in self-justice. And, you're looking out for yourself is what you're doing, and you're staying balanced. You're not letting this throw you off. I have the Death card here next to the Justice card and under the Six of Swords. So the Death card is the card for Scorpio. So Scorpio might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But the Death card is a card of transformation. It's about leaving the old behind and moving forward. Now, I don't know if you're leaving the old energy behind and moving forward with them, or if you're leaving them behind and moving forward from this offer. This is an apology. I think it's an apology coming in. I really do. And I just think you're over it by the time they come in with it. But let's see, I got the second half of this reading to go, and I can definitely change my mind as I go along. Let's see what we have. I think I got the cards. I think I got them. It's hard to count and concentrate on letting these cards fly out. Perfect. I got the Page of Wands. Didn't I say you just really got to speak up? There's things that need to be said. And it is about the previous experience that you had with the Emperor. Page of Wands, you're holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. And you have something brewing from the bottom of your feet. And it's going to come out your mouth when they show up this apology. And guess what it's going to be about? It's going to be about what happened before. I have the Knight of Swords next to the Page of Wands. Yes, you're taking action. You're in self-defense. You have your sword up, and you're like, I need to know truth. Truth is what I need to know what happened, and you're not going to be shy about it with this card. So you're going to come right out and ask. I have the Star card because you've already gone through the healing. This is very deep. They made you heal. It was hard to get to where you are today when they come back with this offer. And so the Star is the card for Aquarius. So Aquarius might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But, you've healed so deeply. You've seen your own reflection in that pool of water. You've healed right down to your bare bones. You remember who you are, what you want, what you don't want from life. And it's so spiritual and it's so deep. And you are protecting yourself from having to go through that again. You know, this was a spiritual lesson for you and you learned it. So there's your guardian angels and spirit guides. And they're blowing a horn down. And they were blowing this horn down on you to get you to awaken to a spiritual lesson, which you did. See all these people? They're like, I get it, I get it. So this is next to you moving forward. Yeah, well, let's see. I don't know. And it's under the Page of Wands. So this is all part of, I think you need confirmation. You need to understand what exactly happened. You are stuck in this place here of not knowing the truth and the clarity, and that's why you're taking advantage of the situation to get to the truth and the clarity. This is the Eight of Swords. Now, this card is an illusion of feeling stuck or trapped in this energy of this other person. Blindfold on, bound, but look at all the swords of truth and clarity around you that you don't even know are there. So, you know, you got this card, the High Priestess, for intuition. A lot of your answers do lay within you if you pay attention. So what you're thinking is probably true. It's probably right on the money. But you really want to hear it from them now. That's what I see. And I do see you moving forward. I have the Chariot here. Yeah, I don't think you're moving forward with them. I think you're done. I think you're over it. I think you've moved on. I have the Chariot. This is the card for Cancer. Cancer could be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But it's all about moving forward. If you snap those reins, you can move forward even faster. But this is under the Star. You have moved forward from all the healing already. You're moving forward from this feeling of not knowing all the truth. Yet you do know a lot of the truth. You just want to hear it from them. You're taking your power back. You got the Justice card here. You definitely got your power back. I have the Strength card under the Judgment card next to the Death card. This is the card for Leo. So Leo could be strong in your chart or their chart or around this reading. But there's that infinity symbol again, the symbol of intuition and knowing. So you are going to know what to do, and you're going to find the strength and the courage to do it. That is part of your spiritual lesson. I mean, it's like, you know, standing up for yourself. And that's exactly what you're doing here. It's not being taken advantage of. It's not, you know, there were things that happened in this relationship that you can't, you can't get back into. You're done. You're done. I have the Three of Swords. They might have cheated on you, but I don't see any other cards of cheating. But they did break your heart. Okay, they brought you a lot of tears, pierced it with 3 swords. My gosh. So, healing. You healed from all that. You moved forward from all that. You transformed yourself into a more balanced and more protective type person. And next to this Three of Swords and under the Chariot, and this is where you're heading. This is what you want, is a 10 of Cups. You weren't getting this from them before. Why are you going to get it now? And I feel like that's what you're thinking. And that's part of your questions. Like, why do you even expect me to give you another chance? My gosh. This is 10 Cups of Love, sunshine and rainbows, union between 2 people, very family oriented. There's children dancing. And there's a lot of joy in this card. This is where you're headed to under the Chariot. And away from this broken heart. So you've already healed from this broken heart. You're really strong. You've become very strong. And you're not putting up with this, but you are going to say your piece. And you still have a few questions you want answered. But what the cards are saying is you're probably going to hear exactly what it is you already know. I'm going to take out another card from the universe, the Law of Attraction deck. Let's see what they have to say. Little word of advice or something to think about for Leos. Oh yeah, and Leo, this is your card. Did I say that? I know I said it was Leo, but you know, that's your card. Okay. Now, where is it? It's right there. I attract the essence of whatever pleases me. That's what you're trying to do, is attract the essence. This is what pleases you. And that's where you want, and that is where you're headed. Whether you know it or not, the tarot is telling you. So I'm going to read this card to you. You can pause and read it if you can see it on your phone or your computer. When you go into your creative workshop, you can begin to assimilate the data that represents your preferences. And as you assimilate the data, you will prepare a picture of self from which you will begin attracting into your experience the essence of all that has been pleasing you. So, this healing is very transforming for you, because what's happening is you become yourself, just like I said before. You healed right down to your bare bones. And this is what you're going to attract into your life. And you do not have to accept this other offer. And I don't think you're going to.